welcome to Model Horse Tack School. My name is Carrie, and today we're going to do a, not quite tack, but if you've ever really seen some entries, they have riders, and this is one of mine that does, and it's a Brenda Breyer doll, and she, there's a rubber band that holds her together, and the rubber band got old, because it's not a young doll. This is one of the originals. I'm not even sure how old she is. Younger than me, but still she's got some age to her. So she's all in pieces, and I need to address that so I can get her back on the model. I'm instead of using rubber band, I'm going to use some string. This is just like a kitchen roasting tie string, and I don't need that much, so maybe. What is that, about foot, maybe about 12 inches. So just go ahead and grab that. And in this particular model, she's got these little hooks, or this doll actually, she's got these hooks. And so we're gonna start by hooking there, and then put it through her abdomen here. And sometimes a pair of these little tweezers or pliers. Pliers are helpful. Make sure you get the correct leg, and that her bottom is back there. See, she's got bottom. Yeah. And then we're going to pull that tight. And then here, I'm just going to pick one of these. In here, if you can see, I'm just going to grab one of those strings, and we're going to go ahead and hook this other one right on that hook, and then I'm going to pull it tight. Get rid of that twist there. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull that tight, and I'm going to do a couple of knots. That. You might get it even tighter if you push in with my needle on a stick. I use this a lot, probably one of my favorite tools. And then I'll do one more. It's pretty much the same thing, just trying to push that string in there. Sometimes it helps to have three hands. But I want to push down in there, pull it tight, push, and alright, so now see, she can bend, so she can sit on a horse. I actually like this particular model because she does this, right? A lot of the newer dolls, they don't have this ability, so their hips can actually get dislocated when they're sitting them on a horse. But this Brenda Breyer was just excellent for models. Alright, so now I'm going to do is, if I had a doll needle, and if you've seen doll needles, and they're just really long needles with a big eye, and I don't have one, or if I do, I can't find them. I mean, I moved to a new place, and this is probably the first video I've done since the move, and trying to find all my stuff has been interesting. So I just kind of made one. I just took some wire, cut a length, whatever I thought was, going to go all the way through the doll's abdomen, and now I'm just kind of, I created a loop just by, spinning it around, and now I'm going to try and get all this in here. I mean, technically I don't need both of these. I could clip one, I don't need both. Alright, and I think I'll just, because it's not a needle, it's a piece of wire, just going to undo this real quick. Not sure I like this camera angle. I'll try some other ideas. Let me know what you think of this camera angle. I really preferred straight down, but I think I'm going to need to buy a special arm to hold the camera so you can get it from my point of view. Alrighty, let's see. Now we're going to tuck this up in her abdomen. Now, when there was a, when they were making this, they were able to, there's a hook somewhere inside the torso that they could hook that rubber band on, and well, I can't get to it anymore because that was during manufacturing. So we're going to have to do something a little different. And so I'm pulling this right out her top of her head, and I think I want to do is I have to be careful what I do because I still have to be able to fit her head on, right? So whatever I do, it's got to be smaller than the head. And I'm just going to go ahead and that was exciting. Undo. Wow. That became nice and tight, didn't it? Anyway, take that off. Okay, I can use that for something else. So I'm going to go ahead and do a big knot here. You have to realize I'm not actually restoring to original this doll. I am making a functional repair. So if I ever sold this, I would disclose the fact that it had been repaired but not restored, because some people are crazy and you know it makes a difference to them. And I'm going to go ahead and get a little glue because I don't want that knot to come undone. Not that I think it will. I pulled it pretty tight. And of course, glue. See, look at that. She still has her band on her hair. That's the original. Oh, she's so cute. I really always liked that doll. I think it was supposed to be a portrait doll. Someone related to the president of, oh my gosh. It's one thing with tacky glue, it's going to be really tacky. So, I'm just going to go ahead and, I might have to get a new bottle. This stuff is pretty thick. But, yeah, probably time. It's been sitting for a long time. So, work that in. Make sure I clean that off. I'll have to figure out my tacky glue problem there later. Alright, so tacky glue actually dries pretty quickly. And I'm not worried that it's going to come apart. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this right at the knot. And then putting her head back on. There you go. So I should probably wait till that glue dries. That's a piece of rubber band. Looks like the rubber band was actually in her head. Hey, I didn't know that. It's alright. Alright. she's ready to get her doll clothes back on and get back on to her majestic steed. Hope you enjoyed this video. Just to let you know, I started a Patreon. It's patreon.com/modelhorsetackschool, and you know, any help that you can give me would be awesome. This is time and resource heavy, and I would like to share everything I know before I can no longer do so. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.